Welcome along everybody, it's now round 33 of our Hotlap challenge. This week we've chosen Daily Race B and we're at the Red Bull Ring, a track well familiar to all of us racers and Formula 1 fans alike. So we'll get straight into the lap today. All you have to be very careful of is picking up penalties. So be well aware of the white lines. Getting on the red and white curbing is fine, as you can see in this picture. But of course you cut too much and you're in a bit of trouble. Now I'm using the Porsche 911 RSR and it's surprisingly good in lower gears coming out the corners. I think I've got brake balance on -3, maybe -4, I'm not too sure. So we'll get straight into the lap now, see how we get on. Let's get into view. Turn everything on for you so you can see all my inputs. I managed a good few laps this morning. I was desperate to break the 131, so let's see how I got on. Let's go. Good exit. The final two corners means a good run coming up the hill here. You want to stay in fifth gear, you want to get onto the curb on the left hand side, and I am braking just before the 100 board. I'm going to go all the way down to second gear, and I'm actually going to come out of this corner in second. So be very wary of the yellow sausage on the right hand side. Later on in the week when I've got a bit more practice in, I might be able to cut that a bit. But the car does get unsettled, so take it nice and steady to start with. Down to second, cut onto the curb and then get on the power as soon as you can get the car straight. And again, it's just a nice straight run up towards turn 3. And once again, we're looking just before the 100 board. As you can see, I'm right in the middle. Got the curb right in the middle of the car here again. And this one, we're going to go all the way down to first gear before the apex. And I'm going to exit in first gear if you can. It does give a little bit more time. So let's see how we get on. Come round, hit the apex, get the car straight as you can. Get on the power. And second and third pickups a lot faster once you exit in first because you've got higher revs, so try and keep that up. Into fifth, we're looking for, once again, the 100 board. As you can see, I am just before the 100. I'm coming off the throttle, getting on the brakes. Again, I'm going to try and brake in a straight line. And once again, we're going to come out of this one in first if we can. I know I can do this one better as well. It wasn't a bad lap, but very wide there. Could have been a lot closer there. Use all the curb on exit if you're that wide. Up to fourth. Keep it in fourth for this one, and we are braking about 55 metres out, so just before the 50 board. I think I'll go down to third and then back up to fourth for this one. So let's see how we get on. Down to third. Should be on the curb. No, come out in third. That's fine. And just before this white corner of the curbing ends, this is where I'm starting to brake again. Got to try braking a straight line. Keep it about 85-90 miles an hour if you can. Get on the curbs on the inside to help rotate the car around, and then you can get on the power earlier on the exit. Let's go. On the curbs, then get on the power. Try to miss this curb if you can because it does scrub a bit of speed. Now this one I'm braking earlier than normal, so I'm braking just on. Let's see, let's go a little bit further. Am I right on it? Yeah, just on the 100 board for braking. I want to do all my braking before I get to the Marshall box on the left, just before the 50. And that'll be my turn-in point for this one. And you will carry at least 90 miles an hour through the apex here. And run out as far wide as you can, or as far wide as you dare without getting a penalty on these two corners coming up. So let's go through it. Yeah, run wide. That's as far wide as you want to go there. And just before the end of the Austrian flag on the left hand side, that's where I'm braking. As you can see, I'm fully braking down to third gear. And you want to cut right in onto this apex at around about 80 something. Let's see, just on 80. Run it out on here, but not too wide. And that's a run to the line. So that's my initial run this morning. Good enough for 130.9. So managed to make it under the 131. So we'll go out of car. Do it all again for you. Here we go. A good run out here. That's as wide as you want to go on that curb before getting a penalty. There's the 100, just before it, down to second. Cut right on that curb nicely, then get on the power. And you don't want to run too much out on that yellow sausage on the left, or you will get a penalty if you touch that. Coming up the hill, get the curb in the middle of the car, all the way down to first. Cut right in on the apex as soon as you know you can. Build the power up and then floor it. As you can see, I was a little bit tentative with the throttle there, making sure the car was straight enough before I go right on it. And again, braking just before the 100. I was a bit loose on the braking here. Could have turned in a bit earlier, would have made a couple of tenths of difference there. So hopefully I'll get faster throughout the week. There's the 50 board. Could have gone a bit faster through there, that's okay. Again, up on the curb here, that was nice on this curb, and then get off. Don't touch that curb if you can. And get right on the power all the way up to the 100 here. There's the 100, turn in nice and early. Could have carried a bit more speed, but that was just enough through there not to get penalties. So it's all about how much you want to risk a penalty on this one if you're on a flying lap. There you go, I hope you enjoyed it. A 130.9, hopefully I'll get a few tenths better than that throughout the week. But I'll see you very soon for the next one. Cheers all.